Abigail, one of the great women of the Scripture. Her relationship with Nabal and later on with David has been of interest, but I have some theories, and I'm just telling you here some of the theories I have. This is not based upon any research or anything like that. It's just my opinion. It says that Abigail was a beautiful woman. Because it says that, I believe that she was really quite content with her life with Nabal. More than likely, she was raised in the sheep industry, the sheep shearing, and all of the camping out and all that kind of stuff. She was raised as a little girl, probably given in marriage to Nabal. It wasn't necessarily her choice, but something that happened. But I think she found a home there. I think that this life out in the wilderness and working with all of the situation with the shepherds and all the different things going on was to her liking. I think she was content there. Nabal was a hard man that worked with the shepherds and worked with the workforce. Abigail worked with personal relationships, worked with people that would come, and that was her job. And everyone that did their jobs, it worked great, so much so that they became a very prosperous, a very wealthy family. The fact that David's men came to Nabal and talked to him personally was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to deal with things like that. He was a brutish man and didn't deal with people well. As she said, he's kind of a fool in this area, strong in his own areas. He was more than able to supply them their needs, but just didn't do it. She later on took the blame for this. It's my fault. Yeah, you were supposed to come to me. I would have done it. Don't pay attention to my husband on this right here. Even the servants knew this relationship. By the way, which was unusual for women during that time. She had a position of authority in the family. Personally, I think that once she joined David's camp, it was probably okay. While they were out in the wilderness and running from Saul, she probably was very able to adapt to that. But I'm not sure that she enjoyed the life in the palace, up in Jerusalem, with servants waiting on her and her not having to make decisions and just being pampered. I don't know. See, nothing is said about her other than the fact that she was a wife, one of the wives. Her son Daniel was a different Daniel than the prophet, but her son Daniel was the second oldest. And when Ammon was killed, Daniel was the next in line, and yet nothing said about that. I think Abigail and her son kind of maybe kept off to themselves, probably not really enjoying this life as much as she did when she was out there in the wilderness. Hey, this is all my theory. And you can disagree with me, have at it. There's no problem at all. But no matter whether you agree with me or not, I trust that at least you'll come back next week and continue as we continue on giving some insights, even though sometimes they may be personal opinions. I trust you'll come back as we continue on. We'll see you next week.